Welcome. This is an audio experience with Maximizing Moments with Milton.
God loves y'all. Alright. Peace.
Maximizers, thanks for joining me today. This is Milton at miltonherring.com. Today's topic today is the beauty and beast of expectations. The beauty and beast of expectations. If you've watched the movie, you know what I'm talking about. You got the beastly guy who's got the beastly figure and facial features, and you got the beauty of the princess, soon to be princess, who brings out the best of the beast. And I want to let you know, expectations have a beauty side and also have a beast side. And the beast side can be very aggressive. It can be very daunting. And the beauty side can be very rewarding, very engaging when it comes to your own life. And what I mean by this is that expectations are good. You need to have expectations because without them, you have nothing really to shoot for and to look forward to, nothing to grow into. But at the same time, the B side is that your expectations in certain moments, situations, can allow you to be frustrated, angry, and bitter, kind of like a beast, right? And so you have expectations that have two sides of the coin where you want to utilize expectations in your life when it comes to your family, when it comes to relationships, comes to your health. How about your finances? How about your work or your business? You having great and good expectations set brings hope. It brings life to you. It gives you something to look forward to. But when it's not there yet, or when you get in that moment, it's not what you see yet and what you want to happen in your life, don't turn to the B side. Allow that B side to be there. Recognize when it starts to rear its head, when you feel that anger, when you feel that frustration, when that bubble is busted of your expectation. That's not the end of the story. That's just the beginning. That means that you need to reset your expectations, relook at and re-engage with the beauty side of the expectations, and bring it now into the fold of your new experiences and new circumstances. Don't let expectations dictate you. You be the dictator of the expectation. The expectation, when it's not set, can make you become a thermometer or a thermostat. You control the temperature. Let you and your mind and your abilities control the temperature in that moment for that expectation. What I mean by this, I have 5 beautiful children, and growing up, I have 2 daughters that are my oldest children, and my oldest daughters, coming into a marriage, and my wife had these 2 daughters who now call me dad, and they're my daughters. And growing up, and I thought this is how things should be for your children, because this is how I experienced growing up in life, born from a military father and a pastor, a chaplain, and we had a certain expectation growing up. That's what me and my brothers did. And when my children, my girls, coming from another father, and a different set of expectations or environments, thinking that we were merging the two. And so when they became teenagers, I expected a certain thing. So I was raising them to be the best women they can be, the true women of God they can be, the beauties that they are, right? And so I was raising them to be a certain way. And when teenage life came, there's some things that I had expected and high hopes for that were not met, and to the point where my bubble of expectation was busted. And I thank Dr. Wayne Lim for walking me through this whole process, because I needed help walking this process. I had never been in this moment before. So this is why I'm helping you today, Maximizers, is that you're going to come into a point in your time where you have high hopes and high expectations. You can pick any genre, any field, right? And when that time comes and you're expecting things to be a certain way and it's not, that's not an opportunity for you to cower down and to back off and not go for it again and quit. That's time for you to reset your sights and expectations and hopes. Still having greater, just extend it out longer. So my daughters, even though they're not where I envision them, seeing them as these women in their teens, now they're in their 20s. And they're starting to unfold because I didn't give up. I reset my expectations and worked for the longer haul, thinking that I had to get it all done within these first few years of them becoming teens, that by the time they're 18, they should have it all together. And as a dad, I should have all the wisdom, and as parents, all the wisdom poured into them, and they've been molded and shaped, and they're ready for the world. But let me tell you something. Things don't always happen the way you want them to happen, and that's okay. Reset your expectations. Go for the marathon impact versus the sprint. Think of it as a 20, 30, 40, 50 years of their life that they're finally will come into their own. And the thing that you saw when they were little children will become true when they're in their 40s and 50s. It can happen. So my hope stays alive for my children. My hope stays alive for what I expect for them to be in life and to accomplish in life, but also loving them through the process. And that's another tip for you. Love through the process. Love through the process. So you have your high hope expectation, the beauty, and then the beast wants to come in. But you don't quit. You don't cower down. You don't run away. You go back to the beauty of the expectation and you think of the marathon mindset and then love the process as you walk through it. If it's your own health, don't beat yourself up because you had high hopes of losing 50 to 100 pounds in a 12 month. I'm talking to myself because I started this healthy fit journey in 2017 and I'm still working on it in 2019. I'd hoped to be at a certain level at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, and I'm not yet. My expectation was that I was going to lose that 100 pounds in 1 year, and it didn't happen. And that's okay because my mindset has shifted. Oh, you know what? This is a 2 to 5 year process potentially for me to get to that point, and I'm not quitting. I have reinvigorated myself. My fervor is stronger than ever because my expectations are still there. I'm still hopeful, very hopeful. And my joy remains at each moment and each day that I have to live, that I am giving it all that I have, the best and better version of myself. And that's what I want you to do, maximize. Give it the best and better version of yourself. That's what I got to share for you today. The beauty and beast of expectations. Understand that you focus on the beauty because that's where your joy and hope lies, and that's what you're striving to. But when the beast starts to rear its head, understand it, recognize it, let it flow out of you, and reset your sights on a better expectation, thinking about the marathon mindset versus the sprint. God bless you, Maximizers. I hope this helps you today. If it has, would you share this and pass it on? Peace. Maximizers, thank you for joining me today. Also, hey, music provided by Astral, which is my son, and he may change his name later. But music provided by Astral. Give him some love. Again, if you love this, love to have your feedback. If you want to share it, please do. I'm going to put it out there for you to share, and any feedback is appreciated. Again, thank you so much, and continue to maximize the moments in your